Gentlemen, if you wake up feeling like you never slept, if your drive has dipped, your energy is fading, and your bedroom spark is more of a flicker, you are not broken. And you're certainly not alone. The truth is, millions of men over 60 silently battle with sluggish circulation, low stamina, and that uncomfortable moment when desire meets disappointment. Society tells you it's just age. Doctors rush to prescribe a quick fix. But what if the real reason you're not feeling like yourself isn't your age, it's what your body is missing? Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to take back control naturally. You won't need pills. You won't need gimmicks. You won't need to spend a fortune. Because what I'm about to reveal are 3 everyday fruits, simple, natural foods that can dramatically improve your blood flow, energy, and intimacy. These aren't exotic superfoods from across the world. They're fruits you've walked past in your grocery store 100 times. But what they do inside your body, that's where the real magic happens. I'm Dr. Laura Berman, a men's health specialist for over 20 years. I've helped thousands of men rebuild their circulation, regain their stamina, and rediscover their confidence without relying on medications that only mask the issue. What I'm sharing with you today isn't hype. It's what I've seen work in real men with real struggles and real results. So if you're ready to feel more alive, more capable, and more in control, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell. You deserve practical, senior-friendly solutions that work with your body, not against it. And hey, if this video helps you today, just type yes in the comments. If it doesn't, type no. I want to know where you're at, because this channel is here for you. Now let's dive into the first fruit. It's sweet, it's refreshing, and it just might be the natural key to unlocking better circulation and a stronger connection starting tonight. Let's start with a fruit that's probably been in your summer picnic without you realizing just how powerful it really is: watermelon. Yes, watermelon. Behind that sweet, juicy bite is one of nature's most effective circulation boosters. It contains a unique amino acid called L-citrulline, which your body converts into L-arginine. That L-arginine then transforms into nitric oxide, the same compound that helps your blood vessels relax and open up. The result? Improved circulation, stronger oxygen delivery, and better blood flow exactly where you need it. This is why researchers often call watermelon nature's little blue pill. Because unlike synthetic performance enhancers that force results with side effects, watermelon supports your body's natural ability to perform. Let me tell you about Kennedy. He's 58, a former construction worker who once powered through 12-hour shifts with ease. But as time passed, he noticed changes. By mid-afternoon, he was wiped out. His motivation dipped. And when it came to intimacy, he started making excuses. Not out of disinterest, but out of fear it wouldn't go well. When Kennedy came to me, we didn't jump to prescriptions. We looked at his circulation. What we found was all too common. His blood vessels were stiff, narrow, and underperforming. Think of your blood vessels like garden hoses. When they're flexible and wide, water flows easily. But over time, they stiffen and tighten, making it harder for blood and energy to move. That's where watermelon makes a difference. Just 2 cups of watermelon can deliver over 2.3 grams of L-citrulline per liter. And if you go for yellow watermelon, you're getting nearly 4 times the amount compared to the red variety. Drink it as fresh juice, without added sugar, or eat it straight. Either way, you're giving your body a natural boost. And the results? Kennedy started eating watermelon daily. By week 3, he had more stamina during the day. By week 6, his confidence returned. His relationship improved. He lost 8 pounds, not by dieting, but by staying hydrated, energized, and less dependent on comfort food. But watermelon's benefits don't stop at the bedroom. It's packed with lycopene, a heart-protecting antioxidant that outperforms even tomatoes. It reduces inflammation, enhances recovery, and protects against heart disease, brain fog, and fatigue. Most men think performance issues start with testosterone. Often, it's circulation, and watermelon fixes that from the inside out. Now that we've got your blood flowing, let's talk about the fruit that makes your vessels respond even better. Now that watermelon has helped open your blood vessels, the next step is teaching those vessels how to respond. And for that, few foods are more powerful than berries. Blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, even strawberries. These colorful fruits may look simple, but they're loaded with a class of compounds called anthocyanins, potent flavonoids that help your blood vessels become smarter, more responsive, and more resilient. They fine-tune how your arteries expand and contract. They reduce inflammation in the vessel walls. And they repair damage that builds up from years of stress, poor diet, or medication use. If watermelon is the plumber clearing the pipes, berries are the electricians fixing the wiring, making sure the signals get through clean and clear. One study involving over 25,000 men found something incredible. Those who ate berries 3 to 4 times a week had a 10% lower risk of erectile dysfunction. But here's the kicker: when they combined berries with just light exercise, that number jumped to 21%. Now meet David, age 62. He's an accountant, meticulous about his work, but he was frustrated. His energy was down. His blood pressure was up. And prescription meds for intimacy issues gave him side effects, dizziness, headaches, and unpredictability. He felt stuck. That's when I had him try something simple: a daily smoothie with 1 cup of mixed berries. No drastic changes. No harsh supplements. Just consistency. By week 2, his mental clarity improved. By week 4, his energy lasted all day. And by his next checkup, his doctor cut his blood pressure meds in half. No side effects. No guesswork. Here's why it worked. Anthocyanins in berries don't just help blood flow, they protect nitric oxide, the same molecule you boosted with watermelon. That means better performance, longer-lasting results, and healthier vessels over time. Want to get started? 1. Try 1 cup of mixed berries daily. 2. Fresh, frozen, or freeze-dried all work. 3. Blend into smoothies, sprinkle on oats, or eat as a snack. And yes, berries are low glycemic, meaning they're diabetic-friendly for most. But if you're on blood thinners, speak with your doctor. Berries can amplify their effects. These fruits don't force performance. They restore your body's natural ability to function safely, steadily, and with lasting impact. And when you combine berries with watermelon, something special happens. Your circulation gets stronger, your energy stabilizes, and your confidence rises without relying on risky medications. Now, let's move to the third fruit, the one that helps balance hormones, boost immunity, and lock in long-term vitality. So far, we've covered how to get your blood flowing with watermelon and how to sharpen your vascular response with berries. Now it's time to lock in that progress by supporting your hormones, immune system, and energy metabolism. That's where citrus fruits come in. Oranges, lemons, limes, grapefruits, and even tangerines, these bright, zesty fruits aren't just loaded with vitamin C. They're your body's secret weapon for long-term male vitality. Here's why. Vitamin C isn't just an immune booster, it's also a key player in hormone production, especially testosterone. As men age, natural testosterone levels decline. But the problem isn't always production, it's oxidative stress. Citrus fruits fight back. Vitamin C acts as an antioxidant, protecting your testosterone-producing cells from inflammation and damage. It also helps preserve nitric oxide, which you need for strong blood flow and performance. So while watermelon builds nitric oxide and berries protect the vessels, citrus helps maintain both and boosts the hormones that keep you feeling like you. Let me introduce you to Harold, 65, a retired police officer. He ate clean, walked daily, but still felt off. His energy dipped. His motivation dropped. And he found himself waking up tired even after 8 hours of sleep. We added just half a grapefruit in the morning and a warm cup of lemon water in the afternoon. Within 3 weeks, he called me, almost in disbelief. His mood had lifted, he had more stamina during the day, and his cravings for sugar and caffeine were almost gone. Why? Because citrus helps your body convert food into usable energy. It supports adrenal health, reduces fatigue, and stabilizes blood sugar. It even helps reduce cortisol, your stress hormone, which often rises with age and throws off hormonal balance. Want to try it yourself? 1. Start with half an orange or grapefruit in the morning. 2. Add fresh lemon or lime to your water throughout the day. 3. Bonus, the white pith, that spongy layer under the peel, is packed with flavonoids. Don't peel it off completely. A quick heads up, if you're on certain medications, especially statins or blood pressure meds, grapefruit can interfere. Check with your doctor before adding it regularly. Still, for most men, citrus is a safe, powerful ally. It supports your hormones. It enhances your immunity. And it sustains the gains you build from watermelon and berries. When you bring these 3 fruits together, they don't just improve performance. They restore your foundation, circulation, vessel function, hormones, and energy. It's a full-body approach to feeling stronger, sharper, and more alive at any age. And in the next section, I'll show you exactly why they work so well together and how to build them into your daily routine for compounding results. Now that you've met the power trio, watermelon, berries, and citrus, let's talk about the real magic. What happens when you use all 3 together? Each fruit plays its own role. But when combined, they don't just add benefits, they multiply them. It's what we call nutritional synergy. Like a team, each fruit strengthens the others, covering weaknesses and enhancing results in ways no single one could do alone. Think of it like this. 1. Watermelon gets the blood flowing. It's the ignition switch, increasing nitric oxide, opening up stiff vessels, and delivering oxygen-rich blood to your muscles, brain, and vital organs. 2. Berries teach your vessels how to respond. They're the tuning system, reducing inflammation, improving elasticity, and protecting the nitric oxide that watermelon kickstarts. 3. Citrus is the stabilizer. It supports testosterone, balances hormones, and keeps your immune system strong while preserving the nitric oxide cycle and helping your body turn nutrients into energy. Used individually, each fruit helps. But together, they create a loop of continuous support. Here's how that loop works. Watermelon builds nitric oxide. Berries protect blood vessels so nitric oxide stays effective. Citrus preserves nitric oxide and boosts hormones, which helps the body create more nitric oxide, which improves blood flow even more. And the cycle continues. The result? Stronger blood flow, sharper mental clarity, higher stamina and energy, balanced hormones, improved intimacy and confidence. And here's the best part, it's sustainable. No harsh side effects. No risk of dependency. No quick highs followed by hard crashes. Thousands of my patients have built this fruit triangle into their lives with incredible results. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, even early 80s report better sleep, clearer thinking, renewed desire, and stronger emotional connection with their partners. One patient even called it my morning insurance plan: a few slices of watermelon, a berry smoothie, and a glass of lemon water. That's it. No prescriptions. Just nature doing what it was designed to do. And remember, the goal isn't just to improve performance for one night. It's to rebuild the foundation of health, so you feel more alive every day with lasting strength and resilience. Up next, we'll dive into why most quick fixes fail and how these fruits actually solve the problem at the root. By now, you've seen how 3 simple fruits can create a powerful chain reaction, boosting circulation, sharpening responsiveness, and supporting hormonal balance. But let's zoom out and talk about something even bigger. Why do most men struggle with these issues in the first place? And why do the so-called solutions rarely work long-term? The truth is, most mainstream fixes only treat the symptoms, not the cause. Feeling tired? Take a stimulant. Low intimacy? Pop a performance pill. Poor circulation? Add a prescription to your growing list. It's a band-aid approach. You might feel better for a moment, but the root problem keeps growing underneath, quietly weakening your blood vessels, depleting your energy reserves, and draining your hormonal balance. And over time, those quick fixes start to lose their power. You build tolerance. Side effects creep in. You feel more dependent, less in control, and more disconnected from your body than ever before. Now here's the shift. Your body doesn't need a synthetic push. It needs proper fuel. Real nutrients. Real support. Real circulation, not just an artificial override of broken systems. Let's go back to the science. Performance, energy, and stamina all depend on one critical function: blood flow. Not just volume, but quality. Flexibility. Responsiveness. Oxygen delivery. Hormonal communication. If your blood vessels are inflamed, stiff, or damaged, no pill on earth can create lasting vitality. You need to restore those vessels. Repair the lining. Nourish the systems. That's what watermelon, berries, and citrus actually do. They don't trick your body. They train it. They heal the engine, not just hotwire the ignition. This is why my patients see long-term results. Not one-night success followed by disappointment, but weeks, months, and even years of steady improvement. Better sleep. More mental clarity. Natural intimacy, no pressure, no fear. Energy that lasts through the day, not just surges for an hour. And here's the deeper truth: most men don't need more testosterone. They need better blood delivery to the systems that already produce it. They don't need more caffeine or pills. They need to repair the inner lining of their arteries, the highways of life. This is the difference between managing decline and reclaiming strength. So before you reach for the next magic fix, ask yourself, what if the answer isn't stronger medication, but smarter nutrition? And in the final section, I'll show you how to take everything we've covered and turn it into a simple, daily routine that keeps your momentum going strong. Let's bring it all together. If you've made it this far, you're not just curious, you're serious about change. And that already puts you ahead of the pack. Because most men over 60 don't ask the deeper questions. They don't look for the why behind their fatigue, their fading drive, or their quiet frustration when things just aren't working like they used to. But you did. And now you know the truth. Your body isn't failing you. It's responding to years of stress, poor circulation, and nutritional gaps. And the answer isn't more prescriptions. It's more precision. It's time to start working with your body, not against it. With just 3 simple fruits, watermelon, berries, and citrus, you can support the very systems that keep your blood flowing, your energy stable, and your vitality strong. These aren't gimmicks. They're not exotic. They're not expensive. They're accessible, natural tools you can use right now to start turning things around. Imagine this. You wake up clear-headed. You feel energy, not anxiety, in your chest. Your hands and feet are warm. Your thoughts are sharp. You walk taller, breathe deeper, and feel present again. And when it's time to connect with your partner, there's no fear, just confidence. That's the life these fruits support. One of circulation, of stamina, of renewed self-respect. So here's what I recommend. 1. Add 1 to 2 cups of watermelon to your morning routine, fresh or juiced. 2. Blend a cup of mixed berries into a smoothie, sprinkle them on oatmeal, or eat them straight. 3. Squeeze citrus into your water, snack on an orange, or start your day with half a grapefruit. Do it daily. Consistently. Give it 4 to 6 weeks, just like Kennedy, David, and Harold did. Then watch what happens. Your energy stabilizes. Your blood pressure shifts. Your mood improves. And slowly but surely, that spark returns, not just in the bedroom, but in life. If you found value in this video, help someone else by sharing it. And if you're ready to give this fruit protocol a real shot, type "I'm starting today" in the comments below. I read every single one. Also, don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell. I release senior-friendly health tips every week, things your doctor doesn't always have time to explain, but your body desperately needs to hear. You have more power than you've been told. And your best years aren't behind you, they're waiting to be unlocked. Let's rebuild from the inside out. Naturally. Safely. Confidently. You've got this.